So what Jesus was driving at is that the character flaws that James and John exhibited, which created this sense of indignation with the other 10. Indignation is not a word that means anger, it means displeasure. So the other 10, they were displeased with James and John. Why? Their character flaws became so evident. And our character flaws affects the people around us. What were the character flaws of James and John? They were secretive, they were opportunistic, they were scheming, they were manipulative. They used their mother to go and present their case for them. They're sitting right there, two adult men. You don't need mom to plead your case. You can plead your case by yourself. But they didn't do that. They chose their mom. Come on, mom. And when you get there, lay on the floor. Just really pour it out there and be direct. Tell them, Grant and my two sons. See them beat around the bush. Oh, I love you. You're great. You love what you've been doing in Jerusalem. No, those things. Just plead our case. Lay it out there. I want to be on the right, one of us on the left, when Jesus comes into his power, into his kingdom. And so these guys are manipulative. They're opportunistic. And so this was a reflection of a character flaw. And Jesus was not harsh I should say difficult in his dealing with them. He didn't scold them for having a desire to want to be great. What he did was adjust their methodology to say, in my kingdom, greatness is achieved through service. In my kingdom, greatness is achieved through humility. And if you want to be great, you got to change your character. Watch this. What I've learned over the years is this. What got me here won't get me there. See, what got me here in the kingdom of God is when I surrendered my heart to Christ. I asked him to forgive me. But what's going to get me there to fulfill my potential, to experience success at one after the other, is that it's going to require my ability to deal with people and work with people. Because James and John, they were connected now with the other 10 world leaders in the making. And if you're going to rub shoulders with gifted people, you better make sure that your stuff looks good. When I say stuff, I'm talking about your character. Because when you're rubbing shoulders with Peter, with Bartholomew, with the other apostles that are world leaders in the making, that you have to make sure that you're going to be with them, your junk has to be brought into the light. And so what Jesus did when he says, guys, come on, let's get together, what he was doing is bring the character flaws of James and John and the others. Because scholars tell us the reason why these apostles became indignant is because they wanted the same positions. So it's like, you beat us to the punch. Man, you had one up on us. Man, it's not fair you use your mom. My mom was busy. It's that kind of thinking, you know. It's that kind of mindset. And so what Jesus was saying, okay, guys, group lesson. Here's the lesson. Character flaws. You want your flaws to be dealt with? Bring it in the light. And may I say to you, until you're willing to bring your character flaws in the light of Jesus, you're not going to be healed of those character flaws. May I also show you what the text is telling us? Until you're willing to bring your character flaws in the midst of the group that you're connected with, you're not ready for prime time. Because there are people in your life that are impacted adversely by your character flaws. Proof positive family, proof positive job, proof positive church. Anybody that you're touched with, you connect with, they're impacted by your character flaws. Really is. Really is. And you may not even realize that. We impact people based on our wiring. If we don't have big dreams, you'll suppress people around you who have big dreams. You'll make them feel like, what's your problem? Why are you trying to do this? And you'll suppress them because you don't understand how to deal with people who have big dreams. How do you deal with people that have gifts and skills that are bigger than yours? Do you get insecure? Let me ask this question, it's a bit more at home. Who apologizes first in your family? Because that's an indicator of the maturity of your character. And so I want you to see all of those things speaks of character flaws. And the way Jesus handled it, he first brought it in the light. Second, he brought it in front of people that you're dealing with. And so how do you deal with it on a practical level? You have to go and admit to people that you work with when you've blown it. You have to ask, please forgive me. I recognize I was short-tempered with you. I spoke out of turn. I was angry when I said something and I blasted you. I shouldn't have done that. I was wrong. And I need your help so that in the future I won't have those kinds of, those statements, those strong, offensive statements to you. So anytime you see me really beginning to just get wound up, give me a cue so I can catch myself, because I'm not even observant of when I'm getting wound up and I'm getting ready to say something that's wrong. So help me. Wave at me if you understood that point. It takes someone that's very comfortable with themselves to be able to say that. And if you're never willing to work on that, the height of a person's character establishes the height to where they'll go. Your character becomes your ceiling. And if you work at it, it can give you an access to other levels.